Welcome to the Prof Business School Connected Series 2025. I'm Jia Xuan, your MC for today, together with my partners Vijay and Chanel. So networking day is really all about connecting with each other, sharing ideas, and sparking new opportunities. So our theme for today is Connected Series 2025. The future of AI is here. Are you?
Yes, we hope all of you are able to gain some insightful information through this session. And before we dive in, let's take a moment to warmly welcome all our distinguished guests joining us this morning. A big round of applause for them. So we are also happy to see participants from other universities and entities.
Can you say hi, anyone?
Say
Not
hi
from
to-
Putra Business School. Hi. Welcome to Putra Business School. We are excited to have everyone here on campus, and we are also having Facebook Live for the session. A special welcome to our ODL students and audience from Facebook. We hope you guys will enjoy the session too. So before start the event, please be reminded to register your name at the register counter and to get the ticket number. So later you are able to join the lucky draw session, okay?
So thank you everyone. So now it's our pleasure to invite our CEO, Prof. Dr. Azmawani, to share a few words with us. Let's give her a warm round of applause to welcome her.
Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. To our panelists, to the PBS, to the advisor and also the president of Putra Business School Student and Alumni Association, to the academics members of Putra Business School, and to our beloved student. Very happy to see you this morning. And it is a great pleasure for me to welcome all of you to PBS Connected Series 2025. Congratulations for being here early in the morning. Still give a big round of applause to yourself. So the theme for this year is the future of AI is here. Are you? So are you here as well with the, it's coming. So this is not just a catchy title, but it is a question that we need to ask ourselves urgently and continuously we need to ask constantly. So we are standing here at the frontier of transformation where artificial intelligence is no longer a futuristic fantasy. It is here. It is here today. Yeah, and it actually forced shaping the industry, leadership, and the way we live and the way we do our work. So at Putra Business School, we recognize the critical importance of understanding and adapting to this technological revolution. So today's event bring together forward-thinking leaders, academicians, and students who are actively shaping the future. So we are very fortunate to have with us today a panel of distinguished experts, Kelvin Ngow, founder and CEO of Coffex Coffee Malaysia Nordin Berhad, technologist engineer Dr. Nordin Ramli, okay, head of technology in diplomacy MIMOS Berhad, and Mr. Edmund Tiong, Executive Director, Head of Global Business GDEX Berhad. Please give them a big round of applause. And our very own bright spark, Soy Chee Chien, PSAA President, and Nick Faisal Kamarudin, PBS student, who will be moderating our forum or session today. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate PSAA, okay, took this Prof, okay. President, advisor, and also the committee members. I heard they have been working very hard until 3 p.m. yesterday, back and forth, downstairs, upstairs, preparing for this event. Thank you, and we appreciate that. Thank you for your dedication and fulfilling your role as PBS, the ambassador of Putra Business School. So our aspiration is to make this PBS Connected Series as an annual hallmark of PBS to continuously develop our connection, knowledge, and innovation. I would also like to express our heartfelt appreciation to our co-sponsor, Coffex Coffee, for supporting this event, and all of you who are here today. So ladies and gentlemen, please, we have to utilize and leverage our presence today. I encourage all of you to actively participate in the discussion, ask challenging questions, and connect with your peers. So let's us use this opportunity to learn, share insight, and prepare ourselves for the future where AI is just not a tool, but our partner in progress. So I want you to be active participant today. Don't be afraid to ask tough questions, and most importantly, challenge assumption and share your own experience. So thank you for being here, and let's unlock the potential of AI and build a smarter, more innovative future together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof, for that inspiring message. Let's give her a round of applause once again. Sorry.
What a motivating way to set the tone for the rest of the day.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin with our first forum session of the day, and it's a big one, the future of AI in business. This session brings together industry leaders who are not only just talking about the AI, but actively building the future of technology-driven business.
Before we begin, let's take a moment to watch a short video showcasing Coffex Coffee Malaysia to gain a brief understanding on it.
Welcome to Coffex Coffee, your ultimate partner for all your coffee needs. We are a leading coffee roaster and machine supply company that has been serving businesses for over 2 decades. In 1997, our founders decided to bring our passion and share our love of coffee from Melbourne, Australia to Malaysia. As a result, a second roasting facility was set up here in Malaysia to fulfill the growing demand for fine coffee. We understand that great coffee is more than just a beverage. It's a way of life. That's why we're dedicated to providing our clients with the highest quality coffee beans, machines, and equipment to help take their coffee game to the next level. Our expert team of roasters and coffee enthusiasts is committed to delivering exceptional products and services to our clients. We source high-quality raw beans from around the world and roast them with the right profile to ensure maximum flavor and freshness. Our state-of-the-art equipment and machinery are designed to cater to a range of businesses, from convenience stores to large coffee chains and premium hotels. At Coffex Coffee, we believe in building long-lasting relationships with our clients. That's why we offer a comprehensive range of services, from equipment installation and maintenance to staff training and technical support. We're committed to helping our clients succeed and grow their businesses, and we pride ourselves on providing exceptional customer service at all times. So whether you're looking to upgrade your coffee machines or seeking the perfect roast for your coffee business, we're here to help. Join the many businesses that have chosen Coffex Coffee as their go-to coffee partner and experience the difference that quality and passion can make. Get the best coffee and equipment for your business. Talk to us today.
Okay, thank you for the video, and I'm sure we have a clearer picture of Coffex Coffee stories. So before we invite our speakers to the stage, let's take a moment to introduce our panelists so that you can get to know them a little bit better. So our first panelist, Mr. Kelvin, is the founder and the CEO of the Coffex Coffee Malaysia, who has played a major role in shaping Malaysia's modern coffee culture. He is also the founder of the National Malaysia Barista Championship, President of the Malaysia Specialty Coffee Association, and the Vice President of the ASEAN Coffee Federation.
And of course, today's conversation wouldn't be complete without our distinguished panelist, Dr. Nordin. With more than 24 years of experience across advanced electronics, semiconductors, artificial intelligence, blockchain, quantum technologies, and digital innovation, Dr. Nordin currently leads the technology diplomacy portfolio at MIMOS Berhad, Malaysian National Applied R&D Agency under the Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our panelists, Mr. Kelvin and Dr. Nordin, and our President of PBS Student and Alumni Association, Mr. Brett Soy, who will be moderating the session. Welcome to the stage.
Check. Okay, thanks. Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, right. My name is Brett Soy, so I'll be moderator today. So for the first sections, the future of AI in business. So I'm honored today to invite Mr. Kelvin, so the CEO and founder from Coffex Malaysia. Then Dr. Nordin, the head of technology diplomacy in MIMOS Berhad. So thank you again for joining us today for discussions. So before we dive into discussions, maybe we frame out what's the Malaysia stand today. So across the industry, the AI adoption is rapidly accelerating. So like Malaysia banks are deploying AI for fraud detections and personalized financial solutions. Retailers are using the predictive analytics for customer insight. Okay, logistic company are automatic roads planning and fulfillments. So even in SME, once they hesitate, are beginning to explore the tools like chatbot, demand forecasting, and workflow automations. Then for the government side, has signed strong commitment throughout the national AI roadmap 2023 to 2030, investment in terms of digital infrastructure. Then initiative to position Malaysia as an emerging AI hub in ASEAN. So despite this momentum, we still face a lot of questions, kind of the business leader, whether must answer, are Malaysia business adopting the AI fast enough? Then how can we ensure this AI enhance the competitiveness without displacing the human value? Then for the neuro skill and business model will emerge the next. So these are the conversations we are going out to explore today. So let's start with the current AI landscape. So maybe the first questions are for Mr. Kelvin. So in the Coffex Coffee is an household name in Malaysia coffee scenes. So how has this AI helped to improve your business whenever in customer analytic, product designs, or operation efficiency? Yeah, Mr. Kelvin. Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear? Okay. Good morning. I'm as much a student as all of you here. Every day learning new things and every day embracing change. Because the moment we stop changing, we fall backwards. So, yeah. So, my company, okay, we started back in 1997. Two-man company. Two-man company and my other... Can you hear me? Oh, better. Okay. So, I started Coffex Coffee back in 1997 when I came back from Australia. I worked for a while. I went to the audio business and then was in manufacturing. So I learned about process management, quality management systems. So when I started this coffee business back in 1997, I really don't know much. I don't know anything about coffee business. But because I saw an opportunity that Coffex hold an important part in our life, coffee. So either we consume coffee in a functional manner, like we consume coffee to wake us up, to power us through the day, or now with all the competitions and all the amazing coffee you get to drink, we also get to appreciate coffee in a very appreciative manner. So coffee have two functions. One is functional, one is you drink to appreciate. So when I started the company with 2 men, I really don't know what the hell I'm going into. But I just had a gut feel that there is an opportunity. But fast forward, COVID really dampened our growth. COVID really threw a curveball to my business. We nearly did not survive and pull through during the COVID times. But then, after the COVID, I realized that the whole market slowed down during COVID, and I start thinking, we need to transform, we need to change, we need to embrace technology. So the journey of change with technology actually happened right after COVID, when I decided I want to digitalize my entire company. Everything in the back end, my ERP system, we implemented MES systems, we have field management system, we embrace IoT. All the digitalization came about right after COVID. But only last year that we really took AI a bit more seriously, because previously everyone just talked about AI, smart computer, solving problem, but nothing much actually came about. But the whole boom actually started in Malaysia last year when a lot of tools came about. A lot of people have utilized generative AI to create your content, your marketing, posters, everything. So we also adopted that way on the marketing, but because of our readiness in the back end, transforming digitalization, even now my ERP system, by 2026, it will be AI powered. So I can manage my finances, I can plan my inventory, I can plan my cash flow, everything with the assistance of AI already. So does that mean that I require less people in my company? Not really, because there still needs to have a human interaction dealing with AI. It's not replacing anybody. In fact, it's an amazing tool to help us do our business better. It helps us with decision making better. But do we rely 100% on AI? No, because human intelligence is more sensitive to the feeling of things going around us, like geopolitics, like market situation, up and down, currency situation. Human mind can think all these things in a very 360 and dissect in the very nuances. And we can have decision making much sharper. But AI is part of it, and it also helps us make even better decisions. AI is not sensitive to human emotion. AI does not care how we feel, because it's a data-driven algorithm engine, or you call it intelligence. So there are a lot of pros in adopting AI, but there are also some cons which, if permit later, we can discuss about it, because all the events I attend AI is all talking about all the brilliance, why we should adopt all the brilliance, but nobody actually talks about the flip side. AI is a mirror of our own intelligence. If we are born with flaws of human greed, if we are born with flaws of manipulation, if we are born with flaws of cheating, lying, it's all there. AI mirrors us. So be mindful of that. But it definitely helping us along the way in everything we do. We're able to predict machine that needs services. What are the parts needed? Yes, it's helping us. We are able, in terms of coffee roasting side, incorporating AI into our roasting system. We can target, let's say, what flavor profiles we want, and then the machine will churn out the predictive roast curve. So it's helping us make better product, make better decision, for sure.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Kelvin. I think you share this very insightful information in terms of how we're embracing this design by using right correctly. Because when you're using the wrong side, there will be a lot of things could be happen. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Okay, thank you. So for Dr. Nordin, from your perspective, of MIMOS, so how does this Malaysia actually currently position itself, the AI ecosystem regionally? Are we moving fast enough to compete with other ASEAN region? Yeah, maybe you can share a bit.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Can you hear me? I'm right. Okay. First of all, thank you, Brad.
Yeah.
Okay, better, right? I'm very honored to be here today. I'm humble enough because I'm actually part of some of you here. I was a student of here. I'm very thankful to be back here, and I look forward basically to contribute to to share what I've been doing. I am Nordin Ramli. I'm coming from MIMOS Berhad. We are the public research institute focusing on frontier technology, especially with regard to semiconductor, advanced electronic, ICTs, namely AI, blockchain, coming with deep fakes and so on. So all about this technology. When we are talking about AI, it's not new. The word been coined for over the 50 years, way back in 1950s, and over the time people don't really appreciate it because we're talking about artificial, right? It's not new. It's not new. It's artificial. And well, I think like what Mr. Kelvin said just now, things become very much or what you call it, people come to attention because with introduction with a tool that really people can use it for their works and so on, especially towards 2023 when OpenAI introduced the ChatGPT. But I think that is one of the tools as we call it generative AI. But AI actually is not just that one. AI is more diverse and basically going to be transform our life, our industry, how government deliver their promise, and how the industry going to deliver their services. I think very much timely like what Coffex been doing. He going to embrace. They are going to embrace the technology. I know GTech also they are doing supply chain, right? Without technology, how they can run fast to make sure that the customer are getting their products and so on. But this is not just talking about government. We need, all parties come together. I think from government perspective, we've been working on national AI roadmap and also national blockchain roadmap 2021-2025. We just concluded this, going to be concluded this 5 years plan this year. I'm from Ministry of Science, Technology, Innovation, because we are talking about this technology is still at emerging tech. But as been mentioned by our Prime Minister during the recent budget, next year a lot of allocation of budget will be focusing on AI. To me, next year will be AI year, and it will be alarming to us if you are not able to take part of it because you might be left behind. All right, a lot of funding going to fund AI, and AI here come to help us to improve our productivity, to improve our process automation and so on. Therefore, our business can do better. Decision can be made through data, and basically to meet the expectation from the customer. Being part of ASEAN, we definitely have 600 million of population, and this is very much critical for Malaysia to position ourselves, not to to be together with ASEAN community to drive any innovations and so on. AI actually is not new to me, because it's not just standalone technology. It can go cross-board, all different technology. AI is a tools basically to help the semiconductor industry to plan their supply chain well, how to get the for example the demand for through what I see to be produced, to make sure that demand can be complied and so on. So we've been working with many parties through ASEAN's community. So, but I think this is very much critical. But to go there, basically, we need a strong foundations. So our universities also been doing very well, I think, and also the technology moving very fast, especially with regard to tools and the availability of the gadgets and so on that at our hand. What we say also, Malaysia a little bit at the forefront because of our internet penetration to the country are far better as compared to another communities within ASEAN, and definitely help us to allow these students to connect with all the online tools and so on. Therefore, they can ready to be to work on anything. But I think what more important actually is up to us aspect. Are we going to embrace those things? Yeah. I think we can have a right tool, very expensive tool in front of you, but very much unfortunate if you are unable to use it, take it, and so on. I think being the community of ASEAN, we are actually I think doing very well through the community. But I think this year also, because of we are one of the chairman of ASEAN, so this is very much help us, especially this year, to show that we are capable and so on. This need to be translated. Basically, it's not good to have policy. We are focusing on AI to help the industry, to help the government to deliver better, or the society to to use for the good reason. But to be mindful also, because AI, as what our panelists, first panelist said just now, is a mirror of us. You can do good thing, but you can do on another side. AI come with a good intention, but we can use it for wrong intention. And this is something that we are also very much careful, because whenever you have any good tools, basically some people one use it for the wrong reason. And what we forecast next year will be the peak of the the scamming, the deepfakes and so on. And basically we cannot use human. We need to use AI to overcome this deepfake. So what we also project will be bot to talk to bot, bot to fight with bot. And we are the one that going to, to manage it properly, how this came to going to happen. So in the nutshell, this is a very much opportunity for us, Malaysia, to work with another community in ASEAN especially. But I think world is not limit in ASEAN. And whenever you have good solution, I think you can go global. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Nordin. Yeah, what Dr. Nordin mentioned about currently government build a very strong foundations aggressively. So it's just how do all the businesses try to grab this opportunity to embrace the AI, then to move forward. Okay, so maybe perhaps we look at other perspective. So like for Dr. Nordin, you are from a government agency, then Mr. Kelvin from business as a business expert. So how do we collaborate in between each other so to make it more faster on this AI embracing? Maybe Mr. Kelvin.
I think we are already working on the Industry 4.0 direction, and definitely in line with the progress of Malaysia. I really probably want to listen to Dr. Nordin and see from the government perspective on MIMOS, and how does it benefit, what are the things available to connect the business community, I think, together with what the direction of the government and MIMOS is doing. So for me, we are already on this journey.
Yeah.
And we are willing to listen, we are willing to cooperate, we are willing to move in line with the path of where Malaysia as a whole is going.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Thank you. Perhaps Dr. Nordin can add on.
Yeah, I think, well, I think this is, as I said just now, it require what we call it quadruple helix collaborations, and everyone come together. Now AI can be embraced with everyone basically, and this is, we need to make sure that it's working properly, well, to according what we want. Being the country, being Malay government, because I'm also, even though we are a private entity, but we are also government-related entity. We want to make sure that AI will help us to spur the economy, to alleviate the income for everyone, and to help us to grow the economy, that resilience. Therefore, whatever challenges is coming, it can be managed, and this is very much required. The collaboration, and we see that public-private partnership is very critical. Especially, we can set a policy, but we need to look on the industry that really drive the country. Areas like, for example, electronics is one of the key industry for Malaysia. We are turning from agriculture-based country to become electronic or manufacturing-based country in 1960s, when we changed our strategy because we want to be something, we want to grow the country. And when we cannot deny that 40% of global electronics coming to Malaysia, and that's why we need AI to come in, because what happened in our electronics industry in Malaysia, they are pretty much doing for multinationals, and we do ICs, Intel for Intel processors. We do a lot of things for big boys, but what we also need to understand from economic perspective, this 40%, how much has been converted to GDP, and this is only 13%, and actually the real value is actually very small. Why it's happening? It's because of we do for other people. We do not doing for us. We do not have our product company. We do for Intel, we do for SRAM, we do for other people, right? But there is something that, very much we need to revisit back, and how to make sure that all these strategic industry will help to develop, local industry, but also to bring the economic impact to the country. We need to do innovations. And AI is something that we really need to apply, and it's something that we are working with many companies, Malaysian-born company that's currently supporting the multinational with AI. For example, we do computer visions to do failure analysis and so on. So in the past, they need to import those things. So now we can use our own technology that can be done by local people. But I think that is one of the strategic sector. Another one is like palm oil industry. So we need to make sure there's a lot of things in the industry being used properly through AI, IoT, and so on. Like what Mr. Kelvin said just now, during the COVID time was very challenging time. Yep. Our palm oil industry was very bad, because of during that time many fruits or palm fruits, right, remain unharvested, cannot be harvested because we are relying too much to people, to foreign labor. And during that time, the foreign labor, actually, instead of they can stay in the country, but they cannot go to work. And this is, we need technology to come in. And we've been working with Sam Dabi and so on, to use technology to harvest the trees, the fruits and palm oil fruits. And therefore we can do it even though what happened and so on. So what in the summary, we need industry players, we need solution providers that can help this one to happen. And this is a true roadmap also. We working on the what we call it, the targeted sectors. Technology need to be working on, and what the target. And I think one thing that really in the roadmap they're talking about actually producing the AI talent also very important.
Yep.
We can think on any things, but we don't want things, import, right? So being AI coming in, I think people can embrace it very fast. So producing the right talent at the university or even at the schools from the early days, I think is very critical to guide them. Therefore, they can contribute to workforce later. That is needed. I think like what in the Coffex also, you're going to use many talents that people on AI and so on. That's why it is something that we need them to do that. So in a nutshell, everything need to work together, and actually it's very much timely because we have this roadmap to drive it, and it's bring in everyone, lecturers, universities, students to come together, together with industry, government, to make sure that work can be done together. Therefore, we can, expect the final output that can help, spur our economy and so on. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
So I want to add, in order for a company, because I was an entrepreneur organization member for more than 11 years. So I'm in touch with a lot of business owners in the country and even outside the country. Many of them that I talk to are still very much not embracing technology and AI in their business. Many of them. I think because they are finding it very difficult, because they do have a group of people in the company that are resistant to change, which is very common. When you introduce something, because I went through the whole situation. When we introduce a new technology, there are groups of people in the company that say, I used to do this for so many years. Why am I doing something differently now?
Yeah.
So to change something, to advance what you do in your company, it all needs to start internally. Internally needs to have a spark. Internally needs to have a driver. Internally needs to have a culture for change, a culture for betterment. Once you start this change, once everyone's in it, once everyone's moving in the same direction, every new thing can be implemented.
Yep.
But before doing that, when you have new technology, you will find a lot of resistance in a company.
Yeah, I see.
All right. So a lot of education maybe coming from the government sector to train people within the companies to adopt this. I think that would be the first step.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kelvin and Dr. Nordin. Yeah. Perhaps now we can roughly understand what is the AI landscape now in Malaysia. So, okay, perhaps we go to the next section. So I think this part is quite interesting. So because looking the opportunity and the challenge right now, so the challenge, actually quite challenging right now. So how could we, for Mr. Kelvin, how could we, because bosses mostly look at dollar and cents. So when talking about embracing this AI, is talking about maybe there will be high costs. So for Mr. Kelvin, how we adopting this AI, they can be expensive and technically demanding. So how do you overcome this challenge? Okay, how do you overcome it during, especially when you mentioned about during the COVID periods? Yeah, maybe you can advise to our student, mostly from a business side. Then even for SME also, then maybe they have idea how to move one step to overcome it. Yeah.
So when we want to do something in any company, I think the finance controller will say, hey, this is expensive. Can we afford doing this? Very common question. And then for bosses is, hey, what's our return on investment?
Yeah, correct.
ROI. How many years is it going to pay back? So it's very common. But if we have this mindset, we're always going to be in a conundrum of having a problem and a new problem and a new problem, because ultimately we are chasing greed. We are chasing profit. And once your focus is chasing profits only, we will compromise everything to find the lowest cost possible to gain the maximum profit.
Yes.
Correct? Agree?
Yeah,
100%, right? So, to be a responsible entrepreneur, I mean, this transformation, I went through this, I think after 2023, so my whole mindset has changed. I was operating a company where, I was really chasing profits. Quite common. But now I'm chasing purpose. Right? What's purpose? Every day you wake up, you must have a purpose. Why are you doing your job? Why are we building this company? If I'm building a company just for profits, I was so tired of it. I was so tired, I was so disillusioned, and I really on the verge of giving up. But now I chase purpose. What is my purpose? So my purpose was how to make humanity better, how to make the world a better place. This is my purpose now. So now every day I wake up when I'm working, even though I'm tired, but because of this purpose guiding me, I feel very happy. Because I'm no longer chasing just profits alone, but I'm chasing return on value for humanity. So then I will make the correct decisions. Say for example, I give an example. This bottled water, right? So if I were to manufacture this bottled water, I'm only wanting to sell to my team, where can I sell this bottle to? How much can I sell this bottle at? And what is the volume can I sell for? Right?
Yeah.
Equals my profit. Profit. But then when I look at this bottle, when I go to rural areas or even cities, this bottle of water is, after you drink this, what's the value of this bottle? Kosong already, right? Then some people throw it responsibly in a trash can. Some people throw it even more responsibly in a recycle can. Some people throw this out in the streets, in a longkang, in the field. Where does it end up? Nowhere, right? This bottle is not going to biodegrade.
Yep.
It's going to end up in trash. So trash is a cost. Who's looking after the trash? Government, right? Government look after the trash, right? So who pays for all the government people to this? We do, right? So we pay for all this unknowingly, but we did not factor it as a part of what we want to buy this at. Right? So as a responsible entrepreneur, now I start thinking with purpose. How do I sell water responsibly? What are the technology can I have in this bottled water that at least will contribute to zero waste? Can I develop a bottle that is biodegradable? That can disintegrate even you throw at a normal field? These are the questions, these are the thinking, these are the mindset I'm going through now. So to make ourselves a responsible entrepreneur, do business, but do business responsibly, with care, with heart, for humanity and environment. So, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Kelvin, for insightful sharing. I think bosses right now should not locate the profit and cent, then they should locate for the purposely. So I hope the rest of the bosses will follow the same direction, actually. Yeah. Okay. All right. Then we look at the national level. So for Dr. Nordin, what are the main barriers actually for Malaysia to face these AI adoptions, to urge the SME, to help them to, how to adapt this, the readiness in terms of readiness, or the infrastructure, or even company governance? Yeah, maybe you can share a bit.
All right, thank you. Well, I think very much appreciate that you mentioned just now purpose-driven or value-driven. Our government is using the word called whole of government, mission-oriented, because we've been approached also. We are using a call mission-oriented program and so on. Pretty much from the way that you're doing, because you're entrepreneurs, I think the same analogy can be applied for everyone. like policy-driven development need to be value-driven or purpose-driven. I think this very much can cross board and so on. I think with regard to AI, I think AI is advancing so fast. And what I can say that actually over the years, we will be divided into two group of people. People that embrace the technology and how to use it and will run faster. And another one that's, don't know how to use it. And, like what, industry, government or what, you will be left behind, and technology will not wait us. And definitely, whenever you want to make sure that being the country, we want everyone, not just people, but actually the industry, the government, also benefit, from this thing. But definitely, to go there, demand the cohesive, the inclusivity. We want to bring one together. But from the big perspective, generally, we have some issues to prepare the right talent. I think talent is the key things to drive this thing, because talent that we produce every year, we need to make sure that fit the market. Many industry complain to whenever they got the university student graduates, or they say that they always have a skill mismatch, and also that's from one side. Another one actually. When it comes to AI also, they don't really see what AI, the support on the AI. So that's why I think the talent is one of the areas that pretty much, will driving this thing. I think recently I'm also, what we call it, have an opportunity to talk to the economic advisor to the government, Professor Azlan Ghazali. I think moving forwards, I think I mentioned to Mr. Kelvin just now, we need to teach our students not just to work, to get the job. That is one good. But I think furthermore, we need to prepare them to turn the economy, or to alleviate the economy better, where what happened today actually, the jobs creations offering by the industry is not enough with the number of graduates then produced at the university. One of the statistics coming from the Department of Statistics saying that we produce about 200,000 graduates per year, but job offers only 36,000. So it means that most of the graduates, going to the market might not get the job. And this is very much alarming. So I think at the school, at the university also, we need to prepare the talent, not just go to the job market to work, but they need to turn to become entrepreneur, or they can start their own, ventures and so on. I think like what, Mr. Kevin said, he been working for very long time, right? So this is something also very, very much important. I think talent is one of the key things to drive the AI adoption and so on. Secondly, actually the infrastructure. Lucky enough in Malaysia, the internet connectivity is well good. We are approaching 97 wireless coverage in the country, and we are far better than others country within this community, and globally also we are among the top, in terms of internet penetration. But I think, there's still room to be improved, especially when it comes to AI. We are dealing with a lot of data, and we need to do a lot of data processing to train, the models and so on. And with the current one, I think it can be done. But whenever people are moving to use all the AI all the time, and we require a good, bigger bandwidth, they call pipe lah, of internet connectivity, therefore we can do processing. We see a lot of investment coming to Malaysia, especially with the data centers and so on. We saw, YTL bring in NVIDIA in Johor.
Yep.
We saw AWS, Google also is in Malaysia. But I think I will try to relate back to the first part on the talent. Basically, we welcome everyone to invest in Malaysia, but we good to have a data center in Malaysia, but not really good side of data center being in Malaysia actually is not really offer jobs. Basically, they can invest 100 million in Malaysia, but only provide 10 people jobs. And unfortunately, everything are connected through technology. They can reside in US, managing data centers in Malaysia. Why people are coming to Malaysia to set up the data centers? Basically, there are two reasons. The one reason actually we are very stable country, yeah. But actually the real reason actually the energy cost very cheap.
Yeah.
Okay. Data center require two things. One actually constant energy because they need to be power up. But when you have a data centers, they release heat, and we need water. So our water tariff also cheap. So basically, that is a cheap, and one thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why they are coming to Malaysia. But being the country, we welcome investment, but we also alert the government that this is not the way that we should do, because it's only create 10 jobs, and most of them are security guards, low-level jobs, and this is something very much alarming. Actually, we can't do like this anymore, and left because people can operate from overseas, from US and so on, and good to be in Malaysia, but actually. For them, actually, they're looking on ASEAN, not Malaysia only. So we need to, intervene, have an intervention. This one. So, but generally, when it comes to AI adoption, so these are the key things and so on. But thirdly, actually, on the data governance, when we are doing with AI, basically we're dealing with the data. In Malaysia, we have a Data Protection Act, and that is good, but it's not fully there yet in terms of, because we need to translate from policy to the actual, to the practical.
Yeah.
So people don't really see it being individuals, people sometimes willing to share your data to all the, the big companies and so on. We are sharing our data to Facebook, Google and so on, without that actually. Whenever you subscribe Google, for example, you already agreed that 30% of your data you are willingly share to these guys. And this is where it's being used to develop the models that we use today. OpenAI, for example, use our own data for their services, right? So, especially with regard to strategic area, we need to be mindful. Right, so we can't share our data. So this is being technologists, we always somehow understand it, but to the public, to the industry, which is at first maybe they are focusing on profit, they don't care, right? And this is very much critical for the country, especially in the future. Data will be a commodity, and data will be a value. And very sad that we are not really embrace it well, because we are moving towards that one, but we don't really care about data. Right? That is a third one. I think the fourth one actually the awareness amongst the culture that is will be stopping us to embrace AI in the inclusive ways. We want everyone to use AI, but AI using for the right thing, in the right ways. I think this is a culture, like what Ms. Kelvin just now, the change culture. We cannot wait, right? Some companies, when we started Industry 4.0 program last time, we offers these solutions to do automation in the manufacturing, for example. They said, no, fine, we don't want to go there, because otherwise, how can I offer jobs for this guy? This guy can be replaced, right? So that's why they worry more on, the people that work for them, especially those who are family-based business, right? And this is because, and problem when come to whenever they need to manage the bottom line, right? Cost is increasing, and at one time it's too late for them to embrace already, because they need to, to terminate or fire all those things, because you need to go to technology. And this is something that is happening. The culture to change must be come from the beginning, to make sure that the journey is there. It's not an overnight program. You need to have a gradually. You need to start with small thing, but you know what's going to be headed at the end of the day. So in the end, you become AI-driven technology or AI-driven everything in your whatever you're doing. And this is the challenges. I can say that four different challenges that maybe slowing our AI adoption in Malaysia. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Nordin. Yeah, we heard that you're touching on this human capital. So I think human capital is playing a very important role for organization. So like reason that Malaysia budget 2026, they're offering 50% tax deduction accredited to AI training. So especially for SME, okay. So for Mr. Kelvin, perhaps how do you see Coffex leveraging this incentive to strengthen your AI capital, upskill your workforce and enhance your operation? Maybe you can share a bit.
Yeah. So when government offer grants or opportunity like this, embrace it, take it. Okay? So we are always constantly looking for grants or government help to enhance our business processes or enhance technology. Yeah, as long as I'm entitled, because sometimes I can abuse or taking too many grants and not leave other people. So I think after you take one grant, I think there is a grace period that you cannot take and then let other people have. So we are always constantly looking out for opportunities like this to take the opportunity and enhance our business and the processes.
Yeah,
for sure. Always look out.
So you don't miss it. Just
don't miss it.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Kelvin. All right, for Dr. Nordin. So, okay, what role of MIMOS actually shaping in Malaysia this so-called AI talent agenda? So any specific skill set you believe that can define the Malaysia competitiveness? Yeah, in the next 5 years maybe?
Okay, I think before I answer that one, I want to answer this one. The Mr. Grant, I think because I'm from private entities but government friendly party. Why we say that? Being industry, we want grant, but being the government, for your information, we are very at the challenging part. I don't want to be said that we are not moving there. Government want to help the industry to grow, and we prepare grant, we prepare loans, and so on. But I think we need also, because government is not doing business. Government should not do business. Government is govern business in Malaysia through our policy and so on. And we want to see more companies like Coffex to grow, right? So we offer grant, but we can't continue to offer grant forever. And because our coffee is very much limited. When you have very scarce resource, then you need to be very creative. And this is where we need, the success of company that because they got our government grant to help the others as well. So that's why, the association, the community and so on. I don't think government will keep forever to offer grant. Simply with regard to the subsidy also, we saw that now it's more targeted subsidy. I think this is something to be done with also grants and so on. So definitely, what I want to say actually, the industry should also help the others, not just always look on government funding and so on. We always keep saying that they're grant pruners, because they keep looking for one grant to another grant and so on. And believe me, those who are depending only on grant will not grow bigger. They need to be more creative in how to maneuver, because the sea is very rough, and government grant now becomes the quantum smaller and smaller, and definitely we need to help those who are really needed, and those who are big still asking for grant. I think something not good lah. All right, okay. So okay, but being us, I think I think talent is the key to this, to accelerate the adoption, the changes of AI in Malaysia. So I think one of the areas that really needs actually, I think everyone trying to embrace AI, but I think what are we using here actually very much generic AI. We know how to use Google,
Yep.
at the first place, and now we are moving to ChatGPT and so on. Believe me, my son, I think 9 years old also, start to know ChatGPT. Right. Right. So they are more faster when come technology embrace. But I think that's good start. But I think what more important actually, we need to help them to develop good talents, that they not just use AI as what we call it generic AI, but I think what we want them to be more focused on sound. Okay, in terms of skills, I think basically we are looking for those who are very much technical, core AI technical. Today, I think with advancements of AI, you do not need to be a coder anymore, because AI can do code for you, right?
Yep.
That's why a new job being created from AI engineer, right? And so on. So, but I keep telling people, how far you go, but you need to know where you start. The foundation is very much critical.
Exactly.
I think the syntax, the context, the data. I think engineering is very important. Proficiency in data science, machine learning, deep learnings, and so on. Actually, the key for all these things. And if you are from technology perspective, knowing the tool is very much help us. And what we see actually, tools are evolving very fast.
Yep.
And I keep telling people, you cannot wait. If you wait in the class, learn from the classroom, you need to do your own self-learnings and so on, because all this information are available in the at your fingertip through YouTube and on this learning platform. I think another one skills that when it comes to technology is data engineering and that big data analytics. So because we will be dealing with AI, with data, and definitely you need to know how to use data wisely, and this is all the knowledge on the technically is very much important. And knowing tools is not enough. We need to know how to use these tools, this knowledge in the specific industry. For example, AI in semiconductor, AI in business foundation still the same, but the targeted industry require additional information. And AI is a decision making. You need to tie to some of the reference of the business or the area itself. So knowing about the business or the sector is very much skill important. Therefore, you can develop a domain specific AI applications. And recently, we been informed that YTL has started a new digital bank, Right Bank, RYT Bank. And basically, that technology bank actually is using locally made LLM by University Malaya called Ilmu. So this is transformation. You can have a technology, but how to use it? The specific industry and the banking and so on. That's one example. And the third one actually, we need also skills, because you are dealing with data, and especially not your data. It's other people's data. And you need to use it mindful with all the ethics, governance, and security awareness. We don't want our data to be, fallen to unauthorized parties and so on. We know that, every day we use all these tools, and we actually, willing or unwillingly, we are sharing our data. But bare minimum, we need to make sure that our data are governed, protected well. And this is very much, alarming, because we are sharing our data. I think, for example, we are taking our CCTV, all right? Basically, we have a router, and you are being given, okay, you can download these apps, you can see the dashboard, right? But actually, your data is actually going somewhere already.
Yeah.
Everyone is collecting your data. That is pretty much, from our consumer perspective. Everyone may be deploying solar panel, right? You have apps also, right? And that data moves somewhere, right? So, and there is a backdoor, they call backdoor, right? That always taking our data. Actually, our mobile phone, regardless you switch on or switch off, it's listening to you, and they are collecting your data, without you know that, right? So that's why we need to, know that your data is actually moving everywhere. So that's awareness is very critical to make sure that we do not, share any data that's especially critical to the country. In the government, very much people are used to work with WhatsApp because it's fast, right? And you share everything, and without your knowledge, it's going to different people's hand, and this is very much not good. Especially we are embracing the AI. We want to make sure that we in the forefront of the innovations. We want to protect our intelligence, we protect our things, and sharing too much also will people use this one to go against us. So I think these are 4 areas. I think skills, technical skill, and so on. But I think one more thing perhaps also being demanded by industry, because our youngsters today are pretty much pay attention to the gadgets and so on. And what happened actually make them less talk. And then we saw that a lot of issues with regard to the soft skill. People are not able to convey the message, communication. I think this is also very critical skills that need to make sure that AI are embraced pretty well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Nordin. Okay, then we come to the end of the section. So, okay, for Mr. Kelvin, so to share the short message, especially to the audience, for the students and entrepreneurs, so how they should prepare this AI-driven era, actually, perhaps.
I think our own thinking should be mindfulness. Make sure we are aware of all the dangers that Dr. Nordin just described, because to me, I'm always very concerned who at the top is actually holding all this information, all this power. Because whoever has the power of all this information have the power to change the world, maybe better or worse. So for business students, I wish that I can inspire you to become a responsible entrepreneur. So always thinking, what is your purpose? Are you making a choice? Because all of us have a choice. A world a better place or not? So yeah, that's my last parting words.
Thank you. Mr. Kelvin.
I think AI has come here not just to let us to just see or just watch it, but AI to embrace it, right? So I think my message is we need to embrace AI proactively and cultivate it as part of our journey, life journey. And we need to have a mindset that keep innovating, because AI come here to assist us, not to take over. So what we worry in the future actually, when we are too much dependent on AI, will make us actually unnecessary to be in the equation, right? So will make us not relevant anymore. So AI should be used wisely for our own purpose. Knowing the foundations is very much critical. The skill sets in the technology, soft skills, and so on. I think from perspective of everyone, students, use AI to solve the problem and use your creativity, your sixth sense to use AI, in your knowledge on your area better to help your technical or business knowledge to to solve the problem at the end of the day. And this is very much critical. And I think being a student actually the most I think time that you should use very wisely, because in Malaysia we don't really embrace failure. Being a student, use AI, create what we call it startup and so on during university, go hackathon and solve the problem. Industry need it. right? Because industry have no time to do that. And you can be failed, but you learn something. To the entrepreneurs, basically, we need to go faster. Myself also always learner, but also entrepreneurs. We need to identify the real problem that we can, solve the problem. Being entrepreneurs, we want always manage our bottom line, right? That definitely. But I think, like Mr. Kelvin just now, at the end of the day, what are we doing? You need to ask that question. You need to create value, right? That's why the term that he used, return of value, actually currently being used by government also. We're not just talking about return of investment, but return of value that you create over the thing that you have developed. I think AI can speed up all these things better and faster. But I think lastly, I think for everyone, we need to use AI responsibly through the ethics and empathy. Whatever what are you doing, AI come here to help, not to take over you. So use it wisely and in the good way. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Kelvin and Dr. Nordin, so for your insightful sharing. So allow me to do a simple summary on this section. So we begins how Malaysia involving in this AI landscape, then where business and policymaker, right, racing to adopt that can strengthen the competitiveness. So from a business perspective, we learn how Coffex to using data automations, digital tools to enhance the precision roasting, improve the operational. So from national perspectives, MIMOS emphasizing this importance of responsible AI governance, then talent development, strong security, and the need for cross-border cooperation, in ASEAN. So the key term from entire sections, we talk about the balance, the technology and the humanity. So between the efficiency or authenticity. So that's a how for the whole section we're talking about. So once again, thank you for both of you. So thank you. So right now we open for Q&A section. So if you have any questions, you can just raise it up then to ask. Yeah, maybe I need some favor. Or you can scan the code by writing if you feel comfortable to scan the QR code to put the questions to our question.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. My name is Farhana. I'm actually a first-year student, MBA in international business. So my question is mostly more on the the governance part. I have actually there's an app under fire right now. So I think my question is basically, how do you plan to introduce new apps to the older generation? Because I think currently they're actually struggling with gadgets and stuff like that. So I think if the government have like any new initiatives, how do you plan to introduce to the older generation? Thank you.
We're talking about a senior. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're very much mindful. No one left behind.
No
Right.
one left.
I think, yes, I think this is very much a critical area that we need to embrace. We don't want everyone to left behind. I think recently we saw a lot of government delivery has been done through apps. Name it like my JPG. There are many apps, and actually government want to come out with they call super apps. But I think they'll be announced very soon where put all these things together. And definitely for those who are embracing use gadget daily, I think they know how to use it very well. But I think it's come very challenging to this group, senior group, to use technology in the general. But actually how to use this one to I think to cater or to take services government. I think not just about them. Actually, we are talking about also with regard to OKUs and so on. And this is something that we from two perspectives. One actually from offering services. So we try to make sure that the process is not what we call it too much we done through the government also doing a lot of initiatives through how to simplify the process and so on, because the data is already in the, for example, with regard to identity, is available in the government already. So all such thing can be done through the cameras and so on. For example, to identifying that you are the real persons. For example, you can use a AKYC, and so on, that you can do. You can use a facial recognition. I think something you can help. But I think when definitely there is a challenge to senior. I can say that not perfect, but I think we need more education, training, and so on when we want to deliver this thing. Not to make the process too complicated. That's one thing. But they also need to be trained and so on, which is needs we to go and assist them. I think you'll be divided basically, but it's not perfect. But being government, this is something that continuously we need everyone to come together to help this group also. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I got something to add. I definitely resonate with you. I'm also part of older generation. So it's really annoying when you have a phone, right? And then you have all the bank apps, all the JPJ apps. If you own an EV car, there's so many apps for different charge point. It's super annoying. Super annoying. So if there's a solution, I think in the future, where there are super apps that can link many things together, I think it's going to be it's going to be very good for all. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, totally. Perhaps can help look over that. Okay, any questions from the floor? Okay, if not, then anyone? Yeah, please. Oh, okay, maybe I look at the questions from the floor via the QR, right? So, okay, this is from Glad Wong. Semiconductor are one of the Malaysia the most exported goods. So what is the rise of AI and company like AMD, NVIDIA's? How should Malaysia semiconductor companies cope with the change? What should be the strategy?
Okay, I think this question is very much timely. For informations, I said just now from the beginning, Malaysia changed our strategy from agriculture-based country to become manufacturing-based country in 1960s. During that time, there are 8 samurai come to Malaysia. It's a multinational company. Intel, I think a few companies from US and Europe come to invest in Malaysia. And that is the first time ever that they move away from US. And they are working on electronic industry, mainly on the semiconductor. And we are the one that's today, you look on the ecosystem of semiconductor, Malaysia is among of the country that's really in the supply chain of the global semiconductor. We contribute almost, I think, close to 90% of global electronics come to Malaysia. But the problem with our industry today in Malaysia, we are not doing at the most valuable, what we call it, industry. We are doing on test, assembly, and re-export all this ready product to go overseas. So we try to embrace technology, but this area are not really need so-called advanced technology, right? So definitely semiconductor is a key for everything. We need semiconductor because we have mobile phone. We need a semiconductor because we need data centers, EVs, everything that going to use electronics in the future that need brain. We need semiconductor, and therefore we are among the contribute to this ecosystem. AI is there, but we need to move to they call front end, which is design part, right? So government has national semiconductor strategy, outline the program, moving from back end. Back end means that test, assembly, and re-export product. Go to the front end, which do more design job. So we need to do the design job in the country, and definitely AI can help this process to be done better. But by having front end, moving to front end, coming out with IC and so on, I think it is a one step, but more challenging actually we need the products and we need a market. But basically, all these big company, they own the product, they own the market. So moving to the front end is very much challenging because you can produce IC, but where it's going? We need products. And the very issues actually, we do not have a local product company. Our Malaysian, very much talented, we are working for big boys. We are working for Intel, we are working for Infineon, we are working with, Osram, Keysight and so on. This guy without Malaysian talent cannot grow. And this is, we already want to intervene the current process by having a Malaysian products. We need to have our own coffee. We need to have our own kuku, washing machine, coffee machine. In front of you, if you're given Panasonic with Panasonic, which one you choose? Tanya dada, jawablah sendiri. Right. Same thing like that. What's lacking is a culture to support a local products. We can have a great products, Mr. Kelvin. We can have your Coffex, but I want you to come up with Malaysian-made Coffex machine, right? And use electronic in your coffee machine, and you take from Malaysian company from Penang. We want to do that, right? So we need to have a product company. From product company, we have done very great job for Proton and also Produa. We can embrace the same thing. But the problem actually, we ourselves, kita tak really appreciate our products. We don't want to support our product. I keep saying that, sorry to panjang sikit. We started at the starting line, our economy, similar, by the way, I'm not economist. Sorry, Prof, I'm taking your subject. Okay. But I'm talking this more practical answers, a question. We starting 1960s when we independent, we starting same line with Korea, South Korea. We focusing pretty much on the foreign direct investment. We welcome people come to our house and we offer gift, incentive, 10 years, tax-free, low payment for the land, cheap labor, cheap, everything cheap, right? After 10 years, what happened? They go to Vietnam because they offer better. Opposed to Korean, they said, we don't want foreign direct investment. We want to develop local, what we call it, capacity building. They send up many people to US, work in many big company in US, and bring back the company to Korea. They Qualcomm, and they develop local products. That's why we can see a lot of products, electronic appliances are coming from Korea recently. And because the success of that's policy. But we still, it's old days. We welcome people, investment. But investment basically normally offer job. But the problem actually, we offer low value jobs to our people. That is a problem. So I'm part of government. We take that blame, but we cannot stay forever like that. We want us also to support our local product. That's why I think Panasonic or Panasonic, we go for Panasonic lah. Alright? So we need to support. Otherwise, kita ni will be left behind, and we always problem. The problem actually middle income track today, where company like Coffex cannot offer higher salary because the cost very expensive, because they they relying to imports a lot, and you are not within your control. Yeah. So basically, we have national strategy, national semiconductor strategy to bring in technology to help this, work. We bring in NVIDIA and so on, but we cannot just bring in, but we need to bring in our companies to work with them as well. Right, thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right, I think due to the time limitations, I think today we can end off this forum section. Okay. Maybe we just take one more question for Mr. Kelvin. Okay, this question from Dr. Maimun. Okay, okay. For Mr. Kelvin, nowadays there are a lot of coffee brand in Malaysia. So I want to ask, how does this coffee embrace the AI, ensuring that will be beneficial for the society? Yeah, sorry.
So Coffex Coffee, our business, we are actually very upstream. So we have downstream clienteles like international brands, retailers that you find in the market. We are a company that support many of them. So let's say, for example, if they have a machine problem, right, powered by AI, we can able to anticipate incoming problem, solve problem over the phone, even sometimes without inspecting. If the machine is connected via IoT, we can also see the problem on the back end without having coming to you and burn all the carbon footprint, wasting time, traveling from one side to another side. So we're able to have this information and get to you faster and fix a problem more accurately, and sometimes even on the phone. So we save costs in that manner. And for coffee itself, because since we are supporting many chains, they appreciate that the coffee comes well roasted accurately. Because if the coffee, every batch is not consistent in time of roasting, they spend and waste time dialing in, spend and waste coffee grounds dialing in. It's just time and cost. So while if we can narrow down the gap of inconsistency, they don't need to dial in as much, they don't need to waste so much time dialing in. So able to save costs and time for my customer and for them to deliver a consistent product to the consumer. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kelvin. Yeah. All right, thank you for listening. I think that's the end for the section 1. Yeah, I hand over to my MC.
Yeah, thank you to our panelists for sharing such thoughtful perspective and practical insights. So we would like to invite our panelists and moderator to remain on the stage, and we welcome our CEO, Prof. Dr. Azmawani, to present tokens of appreciation to our panelists. So firstly, we would like to present the tokens of appreciation to Mr. Kelvin for his sharing and sponsorship. Thank you. So next, we will like to welcome Dr.
One more time.
Oh, one more time, yeah, sure.
Branding.
Thank you, Mr. Kelvin. So next, we would like to welcome Dr. Nordin to the front to receive the tokens of appreciation.
Okay.
Can we take a group photo? Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, you may be.
Yeah, thank
please,
you.
you may be
Thank you,
seated.
bro.
So everyone, before we take a short break, we would like to express our appreciation to Mr. Kelvin for preparing a coffee